Hi there. I just started doing this video a minute ago, but I was responding to a comment, a talk with someone on the internet. But this is this picture says it all. This is a picture about, the lockdown. And it looks worse than this, probably in London, in other places in America. And, it's very important to remain calm, because when you're calm, you can observe the situation and you can find answers as well. When you're in a state of panic buying, which is the reptilian brain is a real thing, and it's science. We've got the emotional side, but we also have the reptilian brain. That's why, obviously, that we're related to the reptilians. So David Icke isn't mad after all. And everything that David Icke said but 30 years ago has come to pass. And it was bad before this coronavirus illusion, but it's even worse now, And one thing you'll notice is they're not talking about climate change. That's because it wasn't working. Not enough people were buying it. So the system has now come away with this coronavirus thing. See, when you look at it calmly, you can see that it's not by accident. It's an organized thing. And the idea is you create coronavirus, you have 5G first, and you create illness, and then the people will demand a vaccine for this illness. They also won't want to touch cash. So then you can bring forward mandatory vaccinations and a cashless society, meaning the smart grid governs everything, leading to the human brain being controlled by artificial intelligence. And that's where it's all going. And every country being basically a police state and governed by police and military. Another thing that this coronavirus thing does is it tells governments and the system how far they can actually go. It really tells them what the people will put up with. If you get most people, a lot of people are really watching their television and repeating what the television news tells them. And the television news is repeating what the governments are telling them. They do a speech or whatever and they're buying into it. It's all crap. These politicians don't give a shit about you. All that Boris Johnson cares about is being remembered like Churchill. That's all he gives a shit about. He doesn't care about the people. Same with all these idiots, right? They don't care about the people. They care about themselves. They are in fact narcissists. And that's what the system is trying to impose. Police, military onto the people. And if you separate people from each other, what else does that do? Well, they probably think it stops a global awakening. This is obviously why this is happening. It's to stop people connecting. They don't want the spiritually awake people being heard, so that this situation stops talkers doing talks to large audiences. It stops people even interacting in the street by telling them to stay home. You're not saving lives by staying home. That is a lie, and if you repeat a lie enough times, it will become truth. The people will believe it. But you're not saving life by staying home or going outside, because this coronavirus exists in the air, right? And the reason I know that is because people in little towns in Scotland have got it when there's no Chinese interaction. This bullshit about China is rubbish. And because of the fact that this stuff coronavirus has been in little places where there's no China interactions, then 5G should be questioned. 5G should definitely be put in the mix and questioned regarding this, and people should question it. At least so that people like me can rest their minds, regarding that. But why aren't they questioning it? A few weeks ago, I done some research on 5G, and apparently at 60 gigahertz, it microwaves the oxygen molecules, bringing on respiratory flu-type conditions. And, I'm not saying definite 5G, but it should definitely be questioned. And if this thing was an accident, which I don't believe it is, it's obvious that it's not. But if it was, it would be a great accident for the system. What is the system? Well, it's not government. There's conspiracy theories that have a theory that it's supposed to be these connected bloodlines. And that's very interesting, and it might be. But if you think of it, he who controls finance controls the world. So it's really beyond government, which is the system. I don't know who it is myself, but it doesn't really matter because everything comes from us. Because everything comes from energy. We're all energy. And our emotional state creates the energy. And that forms the government lower down in the form of politicians. And because the energy is changing back to love and letting go and forgiveness, this demonic side is reacting. So this global awakening is like a exorcism. And the demonic force is now reacting to this exorcism and creating this coronavirus. And because the demonic force knows that its days are numbered. And, but to change the world, or to change your reality, it's all to do with how you perceive it. So, that's why I haven't panic bought or run around crazy like a headless chicken, like all these other people, because, I go within me. I meditate. So I'm able to observe clearly. And remember, anyone that's a doctor, remember doctors, NHS workers, all these people might have good intentions, but they're brainwashed by the system. And they just repeat. The system isn't going to have you knowing anything of any value. What they want to do is control people. This coronavirus is a kill grid. And I believe it's connected to all the radiation technology. Because like I say, 5G is known to bring on respiratory flu type conditions. What you want to do is take plenty of vitamin C tablets. I do that. Vitamin D, vitamin C, black seed oil, and meditate. And then you'll be able to observe it properly. That's what you'll be able to do. And understand the so-called experts are programmed by the system. And most people that get coronavirus don't die of it. It's only older people with weak immune systems. And this police scenario here in this picture is a symbolic image of where the system wants to push things. You see, we were never free to begin with. It was an illusion, like I kept on saying. But the illusion of freedom wasn't profitable anymore to the system. So now they've just come out with what they really are, which is controlling people and now imposing their will upon everyone else, but making it visible that they're doing that. Right? If we were really free, none of this would be happening. It's not to save lives. It's to see how much they can impose their will and get away with it. That's what it's all about. It's all about imposing the new world order. impose mandatory vaccinations, the cashless society. And people must wake up now before it's too late, because you won't get another chance. And I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you.